you know, like email.
Yeah,
and
right. Everybody uses it for their grandchildren and children on email.
Yeah, and
you
so
know, it's this modern age is wonderful. For like $20, you can go down and get a beautiful little camera and put it on top of your screen, and then whoever you're talking to can watch you.
I know it.
It's wonderful, and you can talk out loud. There's a lot of programs where you don't even need to write, type it. You just talk.
I know, it's terrific.
It's
well,
wonderful.
Listen, I'm going to put Doug on. He's here. But the number for the Office for the Aging is 753-4471. Have a wonderful weekend.
Well, you too.
Here's
And you notice
Doug.
we posted it right on the screen here, so people can see.
Oh, I think that's great.
Yeah,
And
okay.
and the best of you and your guest. It's so great to see you on the show. And here's Doug.
Okay, Doug is a wonderful guy. He's the sweetest, dearest old man.
Hey, Reed, I was going to play the penny whistle and wish
Oh, you're not going to play it now?
I was going to play I Wish You a Merry Christmas, but I chickened out.
Oh,
So I want to say I wish you and all of yours
Well, thank
and
you very
your
much.
guest and all the friends I have in Mayville and all my former students
Both of them, yeah.
and even my enemies. I want to wish them all, of which there are many. I want to wish you all a very, very Merry
Well,
Christmas.
thank you, and the
and a
same to
Happy
you.
Year.
And I hope you got your deer this year, and you can have a nice big venison roast.
Oh, well, I wish that were true.
Maybe you got a goose.
It's awfully hard to do when you don't get out hunting much.
Yeah,
you
well,
know?
I know you're an elderly gentleman, but you still are pretty active. I see you all the time running around that little scooter at Chautauqua.
Yeah, that's right.
And
I'm agile.
Yeah,
I'm,
you know,
I'm agile, but I'm fragile.
He almost gets into Chautauqua free. When you're 90, when you're 90 years old, they let you in free. You paid enough.
This is Reed's favorite fiction.
Well, see,
And you better ask him if he wants to do confession after the program.
he always denies he's an elderly gentleman. See, but he'll accept the fact he's sweet.
Yeah, I was going to play I Wish You a Merry Christmas, and then I was going to play...
Look at you. Why did you tell me if you backed out? I used to have a dog that could play it on the piano, I remember.
Well, I do.
Squirty.
We did have. He passed on. We have two now, but they haven't picked up on the music. They like to listen to me. I give a concert every morning to the puppies, and they applaud.
So why don't you play the whistle?
And they bark, and right now I'm in working on a computer, and Linda brought the phone in to me. By the time I get out there, your program will be over. I was checking my email. I want to wish all my friends, my good friends at Chautauqua, a very Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you.
And a Happy New Year, too.
I wish you the same, Doug, you and your beautiful young wife.
Well, thank you, Reed, and keep up the good work. I understand you're going to be moving into your new studio here sometime in the future.
Sometime in the future. We're working on it now. It's in the last stages of finishing, and we're alive all over the northern county too, I might add.
Yeah, my grandson Nick called me today. They just got back from doing a world tour, a concert. He had just called me when your program came on, as a matter of fact. And he wants to put on a play up here. He wants to star in a play, and he wants me to direct it. I told him I don't. 90-year-old guys have trouble directing plays.
Well, you can use your walker, and you can get it around a little bit.
Yeah, what do I do for the energy it's going to take? It's unbelievable.
Well, let me tell you this: if he wants to do the play on TV, you tell him come over, and I'll give him a whole senior program. Okay?
Well, I'll tell him that.
Yeah,
we could do excerpts from it anyway. It's only a 30-minute. It's only a 30-minute play.
Yeah, and he could tell about setting it up, and he also He's had a fabulous career too. I understand.
We could use that. Yeah, he does. They're doing very well.
Yeah.
They sold out everywhere. They sold out in Moscow.
He does concerts.
They sold out in Dublin. They sold out in Liverpool. They sold out in Berlin. They sold out in Dubai. They were just in Dubai.
What's his name again?
Dick Carter of the Backstreet Boys.
He was the Backstreet Boy, one of the original ones.
Yeah, that's right.
And he was the lead singer.
Yeah, he's still going strong, and he's turned into a very fine young man. He wants us to come down to Franklin, Tennessee for Christmas. He wants to put us up down there. But that's too much of a hike for an
I wish he'd take you to Dubai. I'd love to go to Dubai.
Yeah, so would I.
That's so incredible.
If I had said I want to come to Dubai, he'd have taken me there.
Yeah, well, because even though they're bankrupt, apparently.
Yeah, well, somebody came up with $100 billion. I think they're going to give them.
One of those rich Arabs. They all have so much money.
Rich Arab gave them $100 billion. That's right.
They got all the oil. They're taking all our money. Before long, they'll have all our money. They in China.
Yeah. Well, hey, Reed, have a great holiday season.
Well, thank you, and Merry Christmas.
And same to your guest.
Yeah, okay. Bye-bye. Thank you. Doug Spalding, quite a guy. Huh? Well, he brought up some interesting points, I might add, but I don't know, Christmas is such a wonderful time because we do celebrate. You know, I think every human in their spirit has a need to dance and to sing. You have your caroling at night, you know.
And it certainly is biblical because David's danced and sang in front of the Lord.
Yeah.
Miriam sang, Moses sang.
Yeah, it says in the Bible, raise your voice in song.
That's right. And we will have wonderful carols on Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, we will have morning prayer at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, you have a wonderful old organ in there, and it's an old organ.
Yes.
It was given by a very famous person, incidentally. Do you know who that was?
No.
Okay. Let me think. I can't think who it was. The daughter of a very famous man. It's like Briggs and Stratton, but it's not. It's a double name. And it escapes me right now, but it was given to them way back in the millions. You know, it's one of the oldest churches in Westfield, in the world for that matter.
Yes.
In this world.
And Gary Green is our organist, and he's wonderful.
Terrific. He's terrific.
And he's been wonderful to me. He's willing to let me be a little silly sometimes. Because I think that in a Christian church especially, we should laugh a lot.
Sure.
Because it's a very joyful place.
Oh, yes. I used to be lector over there and when Father Lovelady was there. And I had many years of reading the lessons and so forth. And one of the things that impressed me is that they have such a really caring group of people there. It's just a lovely church.
Yes, they do.
As many of our churches around here are.
Do you know Charles Wheeler?
Of course.
Yes.
The Reverend Chuck Wheeler now.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. And he's back at St. Peter's, and he serves with me every Sunday. And last weekend, he was John the Baptist. He told the story of the John the Baptist gospel, and our children were vipers. They came in with vipers that they had made and listened to John the Baptist and then followed him out as he left the sanctuary. We have a lot of fun.
I'll bet. Well, John the Baptist was pretty famous for throwing people into the water, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. And when Chuck and his big booming voice started to talk about you brood of vipers, the children were entranced, and they just stood there in front of him and listened to every word he said. It was wonderful to see.
He's a terrific guy. You stop over there, you guys, for the sing-along on Christmas Eve. It's 10 o'clock and up. I just got this strange sound from the studio. We're out of here. It's over. I want to give you 30 seconds uninterrupted just to close up. This is your time.
Well, Merry Christmas, everybody. And please find a church somewhere so that you can praise God for this gift that we get at Christmas. And be sure you invite someone to join the holidays with you.
There you go. The Reverend Sandra Dower, who is officiating every Sunday at the Episcopalian Church in Westfield. Okay, thank you again for your time, and all those folks. I'm sorry the last caller, we didn't get in, the last one or two callers, but she'll be back maybe. How about that? We could come back. We could talk about Easter maybe or something. I want to thank special, beautiful people out there. I want to thank Chuck Kelsey. I want to thank Devin Taylor, Chris Burt, Chris Ramaker, Mort Flexer, Randy Burt. I want to thank Roy Harvey, Don Zenz, and especially Jeff Zuck. Beautiful people. Have a Merry Christmas, everybody. All the callers and the people out there, may you just have a generous, wonderful, happy Christmas, a time of joy, a time of peace. May all that is proud and true and noble abide with you. I'm Reed Powers.